Oh, is it time for... Adrian did it?
Aggressed, damn it, aggressed.
Dude, no way! I thought she was like one of my loyal subscribers. That woman can do anything like that.
In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you.
A mountain of evidence. Well, I have just the thing.
Theories. I'm certain there's someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you.
Please, Mr. Lawyer, that's just an assumption. A game assumption. Dude, like I said yesterday, like, I guess that reputation of spring breeze, alright? Can't let any sort of scandal ruin that. You know, with PewDiePie and the N-word on the bridge. Man.
Well, it's almost time.
Who's this?
Oh, never mind.
Mia.
What the fuck? Wasn't that a little girl?
We must get completed critical today.
I know. But I can't focus on Maya's situation right now. Or Pro's either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day.
Indeed. Well, let's get going.
It's him!
Oh no.
This is right.
Good morning, Mr. Wright. This is Mr. Penny, the Bay Patrol.
Maya. She's unharmed, right?
Well, when I checked on her this morning, she seemed to be doing tired.
What?
Don't worry, people don't die that easily. Besides,
Don't die that easily.
well, you really should be concerned that is this winning today's show.
You know,
Oh,
you
shit.
kind of sound like Bane.
Yeah!
I think that's what he's trying to do.
Yeah, that's the...
Yes, Mr. Wright. You must the law's sake is all is yours. You must win today's trial. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning.
Present? What in the world would you want to give me?
PTSD with the word present.
You'll figure it out of innocent child stuff. And even I hear you don't like my gift. I expect you to graciously accept it and then the change contact with you, please.
Wait! The kidnapper sent me a present?
Bruce Wayne, the vigilante, is Batman. Mr. Lawyer Dude, who was that?
No one. It has nothing to do with you, so forget you heard anything.
Dude, did your nose just get longer? Like Pinocchio.
Like Pinocchio.
Classic Disney theories.
Shut up! Wait! Where's the prosecution?
Excuse me?
Court is now in session for the trial of Matt Ungar.
He fucking killed Francisco.
No! That's his present. That's his present.
That's his present.
I'll kill Francisco for you.
I killed Francisco for you, sir.
Are the prosecution and defense ready?
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Wait a fucking minute.
I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma?
I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me?
He likes getting whipped.
Your Honor. Oh, frick. I wasn't.
Please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session. If you must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now then, what is it?
Prosecutor Von Karma has, this morning, Mr. Von Karma
What?
Whoa!
Shit, that was the game. That was the game.
This is why I wanted to play for 10 minutes because
This
hey, the good news that there's no shock characters for this segment. There's no shock characters, so she can go. We'll be fine.
my God. No way. Okay.
So that means Edgeworth is gonna be, when he said you're not gonna see me in this
Yeah.
case, he is gonna see him in this case.
Now it's me, Winston Payne.
It's me.
Oh, that was easy.
What?
What?
Somehow, I think this is the present the man was talking about.
His present.
Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. If she were to disappear, it would be to your advantage.
This is totally insane. Miss Von Karma, is she alright?
I don't have that answer.
Oh,
I think it's
She's alive and in stable condition.
That's good. Phew. You're...
I thought he'd
Edward.
show up.
Your Honor, I haven't said that in a while. Due to circumstances, Miss Francisca von Karma cannot appear in court today. I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking a fuck off with face. The prosecution is ready, naturally. But you're in the wrong stand, Edgeworth.
No, he's alright.
Miss von Karma was shot in her right shoulder and is currently
Just like her
undergoing
pops.
surgery.
Right shoulder?
Luckily,
like
just like her shoulder, yeah, just like her pops. Luckily, I've looked in this case looked this case over, and I'm familiar with the details. The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Matt Pat Ungard.
Oh my god. Matt quote unquote. Alright.
The court acknowledges the prosecution.
Right. I finally found an answer. I was struggling on my own struggling on my long journey this past year. No.
No.
I'm back to being a von Karma. By the time this case comes to the end, you too will know the answer.
Oh no.
Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand.
Okay, now we can go break. Do you want to go break?
Yeah.
Close, bro.
Yeah, alright.
Uji,
Uji. Here.
Right.
let's do this. Woo!
Gumshoe! Witness? Gumshoe.
It's also perfect because we don't need the other characters.
Yeah.
We don't need Sakura or Shaw for this. It's perfect. It's like fate.
Gumshoe, your name and occupation. Detective Gumshoe, your name and occupation.
My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. My friends call me Richard. I'm a detective down at the precinct for now. I'm always threatened to lose my job.
Always.
Oh,
After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir.
Detective Gumshoe.
Not again.
The prosecution has no need for a depressed one.
Oh, Edgeworth, what is it with you and discriminating against the mentally ill?
Lift
Andy.
your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Gumshoe.
It says Phoenix, right? He makes fun of the disabled, wheelchair.
Oh, true.
Quite hypocritical, Phoenix.
Yes, sir!
Now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that.
Get ready, Phoenix. This is gonna be one very rough fight.
Yeah, it would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent. The answer he was struggling for. Interesting.
Also, is she crossing her arms because
Because you have to hide it? Yeah, maybe. Show me this answer you have finally found, Edgeworth.
She must be showing a lot of leg as well because Pearl's clothes are very small.
Yeah, probably. Oh no.
Yeah.
This murder happened after the Hero of Heroes award ceremony, sir. After VidCon. The victim, who's Juan Carita in this analogy? Who is he? Who's a Hispanic YouTuber? Was found dead in his hotel room.
I don't know, actually.
He's the completionist. I don't even think he's Hispanic.
I don't think, After looking into the cause of death, we believed he was definitely murdered, sir. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with this murder. My dog is barking so loud.
after the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room?
Yes, sir. Both the victim and the defendant went alone to their room, sir.
I see. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Oh, I think I know who Juan Carita is based on now.
Oh.
I have a theory. No, it's just some random Hollywood guy.
Oh, okay.
Like the 60s. He was in the Quentin Tarantino movie.
Ah. What convinced you it had nothing to do with the case?
He wasn't in the movie, but he was played by an actor in the movie. That guitar was at the Gaywater Hotel that night.
Oh, in Once Upon a...
Oh, never mind. He's
Yeah, that one. I think that's who he's based on.
Well then,
He looks like him.
where was it?
The bright red guitar was eventually found at the TV studio. The victim, Juan Carita, had apparently only taken the case with him, sir.
So you mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case?
Yes, sir. And even when he was on stage in the ceremony, he didn't have a guitar.
So that guitar case was empty even before he got to the hotel.
Yeah, that's right. So it really had nothing to do with the case after all. Our first order of business should be to gather more info from his testimony.
But there might be a trap set up for us somewhere.
It's a trap! However, setting up traps is part of a lawyer's job too. Don't misinterpret that, Phoenix.
If you say so.
Of course, we're supposed to escape from them too, wouldn't you say?
I was thinking of like refuting this statement by presenting this, because like, oh wait, no, that's not the Nickel Samurai. Damn it, where's the? Wait, we don't.
Yeah, Jammin' Ninja.
No, we don't have a photo of the fucking Jammin' Ninja.
Kind of want to play the Jammin' Ninja one.
And why did you think that?
Never mind, he's dead.
He might have lines. Some dead people have lines. Because it was empty, pal. Oh,
Take
there
a
he is.
screenshot. This NFT goes hard.
Without his bright red guitar. Yeah, actually, these people get so rich based on basically being Power Rangers. It's crazy. And Ace
This is
Attorney.
Japan, they do love the powered people.
And we couldn't find it anywhere at the scene of the crime.
Oh, then how about this theory?
Did someone say theory?
Yes, you see what I did there, Matt? A fan really wanted the guitar and did the crime to get it. Ah, how's that?
We thought of that too, but
But
the only fingerprints on the guitar case were the victims.
only the victims, huh?
I see. So much for my theory then.
Guitar case.
A game theory!
Yes, a judge
Guitar
theory.
theory.
You think Judge watches game theory?
Yeah, probably.
Look,
His free time.
Look, Bailiff,
Ah,
the new
time
game
for my
theory
favorite
episode is
YouTube
out.
channel.
Bailiff, come watch with
Bailiff, come give me your hotspot. I ran out of data.
Anyway, the cause of death. Wasn't that because Mr. Corito was stabbed in the chest?
Only a careless amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal. Take a good hard look at the crime photo. Now, a real pro's attention will be drawn here to this bandana.
Banana.
Me one.
Did someone say banana? It's me, Richard Wellington, I see big bananas everywhere! It's me, Richard Wellington, I see bananas everywhere!
It's me, Richard.
Richard Wellington loves his bananas, doesn't he, Daniel?
It's me.
Yes, he does.
His baseball gloves. This bandana, sir. That's the thing wrapped tightly around his neck, sir.
Ah, yes, I see. His banana-scented bandana.
Then what about the knife?
It seems to have been stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after he died.
We have a crafty murder on our hands here.
Crafty murder.
I haven't read his voice in such a long time, so it actually really hurts to read his voice.
You've got it. I believe that's enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. Which makes sense, because the button isn't there, and that's where the button was. So he removed the button, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Which brings me to my next point. Why did the police arrest Matt Ingrate on guard?
On guard?
Because there was a reason for him enough to suspect him.
Here it comes. Looks like Edward's back in full swing.
Very well. Detective Gumshoe, please testify about this matter.
Yes, sir! Why arrest Matt guard?
Everyone asks about why arrest on guard, but no one asks how arrest on guard.
So, Matt, Pat, and Juan Corrida were huge rivals with each other, always fighting over subs. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. But they should have ganged up on the real enemy, T-Series. As for evidence, there's a Jammin' Ninja's button. It was ripped off the ninja's costume and found in Mr. Angad's Hakama. Which is obviously American, because we're in America. Totally. The defendant's fingerprints were also found on this knife. The defendant bought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder.
So, because he was eating with it in dinner.
So the defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in the stabbing.
It was sort of sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clearly, sir. Fingerprints. And there's this button.
That was found in the defendant's clothes, was it? And what is this button, also covered in blood?
Yes, and we know that the blood on the blood on it is the victim's blood, sir.
What?
Jammin' Ninja.
All of this points very clearly to the defendant, doesn't it?
Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. Ready to give in yet, right? Oh, God,
I'll find a hole in your argument somehow.
If you can press as hard as you whoa,
Oh,
you can press as
gladly,
hard as you
Edgeworth.
like. Just hurry up with your usual pointless questions.
Yeah.
Back again.
Alright.
But hey, that's just a theory, pal. A game theory.
A game theory. Oh, is that my favorite YouTuber, Matt Pattingray?
Wait just 1 second here. Mr. On Guard was beating Mr. Corrida in the popularity polls.
Well, yeah, I guess, but
Which means that in the defendant's eyes, the victim. Anyway, the victim was not a rival at all, which means he had no motive to kill at all.
Objection.
Yes, I quite agree. Well, Detective,
yeah, well, they're not doing it for the views. He made a diss track about him. I guess
Oh
if
my
it went that
gosh.
way, then yeah, the defendant would have had no motive.
Objection. Detective, I'm beginning to see why you were fired.
Hey, no, not you too, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. That's
I look forward to your pension notations.
what the heck? No!
now, Detective, let's continue with the testimony.
Oh, not my poor pension too.
Detective, if you value your money, I suggest you proceed.
Yeah, yes, sir. We can talk about my pension later, sir.
What about what I was saying? Hello? Anyone?
Wait, what if Juan Corrida is a Vsauce? That's weird.
Hey, Vsauce, man.
Oh no.
Vsauce, on here. On here.
Do you have any? I was about to imitate his
Why?
voice. Do
This
you have any-
guitar isn't actually red.
Oh, or is it?
But that's just a theory.
Oh, Vsauce is competing with game theory. That makes sense.
Hey, Vsauce, my favorite.
Do you have any proof that the button belonged to the victim?
Well, what do you mean now?
Oh, let me put it this way. I'm asking if you have any evidence to back up your claim that this button was ripped off of the Jammin' Ninja's costume.
But can you tell just by looking at it? And the victim's blood is on it.
Anyone could have smeared that blood on the. Anyone could have smeared that blood on there afterward.
Mr. Edgeworth, help me, sir!
Alright, I knew it had to be that piece of evidence. Now to reel this one in.
The thread.
What, like r slash, you know, that kind of thread?
No.
4chan,
you
poll, that
invented
thread?
Red WhatsApp thread?
What's
it.
that
The
thread?
silk thread on that thing. It matches the costume, does it not?
Yeah. Oh, well, I guess it does. Huh?
What's it about to be? The button was attached to the costume by the thread, obviously. And the thread snapped when the button was torn off. If you match to the ends of the thread with the costume, see? Thread on the costume, it threads up with the button on the costume, which is on the thread. It's a perfect match.
Yeah, that's it. They're a perfect match, pal. Just like me and Maggie. Wait, shit.
Oh no. Hey, I haven't seen her in a while.
I haven't seen those.
That's Edgeworth for you. Never misses a beat. Okay, tell you what.
Yeah?
This is one of those present things. You could just present a thing.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
When was this button found?
Pretty soon after the body was found. We rounded up everyone who missed the corrida. And then we did a search on them all. That's when we found the button.
So it was almost immediately after the murder.
The police didn't have any free time to lollygagging and play tricks, unlike some people.
Hey, what is he trying to say about me here?
Like some people.
Alright, this is one of those statements, or one of those testimonies you can just present something.
Do we presume? Baba Booey.
Baba Booey, pal.
Oh yeah, there is a thread.
Mr. Thread. That used to be my old username, Mr. Thread.
Mr.
I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Oh, interesting.
Mr_thread.
To be honest, I'm not sure. Premeditated murder. Maybe the glass? Well, I don't think that it should be usable now.
Dude, what?
Mr. Edgeworth. This one's fairly difficult. This one's fairly.
Hmm. Is... Knife? Is that the knife, maybe?
The German ninja.
The German ninja. Oh, like jam, you know? Because, like, he got jammed. Cause
He got stuck in a traffic jam.
I thought so as well, but like... Bought? Bought? I read it as brought!
Yeah, no, I figured you made the mistake. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
I read it as
you were
brought.
on this and the knife for like a pretty long time. I was like,
Yeah, I know. But
damn, you got...
No, I thought it was brought, not bought.
Yeah, I know.
What? Yeah, I know exactly what it is because it's from Gatewater. He didn't buy it, but I thought it said brought, like, which would make sense too because he brought it from his room.
I figured that was the mistake you made.
Wait a second.
What?
So the basis of your argument that this was a premeditated murder is simply that my client bought a knife beforehand?
That's right, pal. The defendant
did not buy this knife.
It's a stretch, pal.
Not as much as you think. Take a good look at the handle of this knife, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Oh shit.
It has Gatewater seal. It has a Gatewater seal set into the handle.
Gatewater. I think I heard that name before. It's a big criminal thingy.
That's the name of the hotel. The Gatewater Hotel.
If there's a scandal, is it the Watergate scandal? Uh-oh.
The murder knife was actually property of the hotel, which means this murder was not premeditated.
Ah, shit. Well, I'm getting fired.
Yes, that is very true. That is a very big... What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless.
What?
No. I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined.
How so?
I admit this knife is the hotel's property. But there's no one currently on the police force that's dumb enough not to realize.
What the heck, pal? But I didn't know. Oh.
The question is, where did the knife come from? You know this.
Why, that's so obvious. It came from the victim, Mr. Corrida's room.
No. Sorry, Your Honor, but that's incorrect. That is incorrect. The victim ate a last meal before he was murdered. But there's a knife right there. The last meal before he was murdered, with that being the case, I would like to draw the court attention to what is on top of the table.
Ketchup.
There was a knife and a fork on the table. Then, where in the world did this knife come from?
The room. His room.
If it pleases the court, I would like for us to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Pattengar. Especially what is on top of the table. Bam! There is something missing. Perhaps a single knife?
Call it out for being single, man.
Well,
single thing.
We investigated the leftover dishes for the fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Matt Engard's knife was missing.
Where was my knife?
Mr. Engard had gone to the victim's room with a knife. Not the knife he had used during dinner. Why would he carry a knife to visit? To kill, of course. And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven a bow. This was a premeditated murder.
Kill someone with a kitchen knife?
You can't.
Not like a steak knife. But
Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Absolutely brilliant. A brilliantly clear deduction.
it seems that Mr. Edgeworth had this plan from the very beginning.
This must be one of those traps, and I just walked headlong into it.
A murder weapon with fingerprint and a button from the victim's costume. There is quite a sizable amount of evidence here.
I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of time. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court.
Yeah.
Evidence not yet shown?
Yeah, this game's hard. He means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence.
What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright?
Well, before I go into that, I'd like to save first.
What?
Okay.
My badge! Phoenix, don't submit your badge, dumbass. The judge is favoring the prosecution right now, as usual.
It's my badge.
If we answer with something wrong here.
That gavel of his will be the ringing out to the sound of our defeat.
Mr. Wright, do you have something important and necessary to present to this court?
Of course we do.
Yeah, we do.
And that is the ketchup.
There's one.
Yeah. The monkey!
The monkey!
One piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court has yet to see.
Mr. Wright, I will say this one more time. I do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. However, I am giving you one chance and only one.
What the judge is saying, right, is don't try pulling one of your usual bluffs here.
If I mess this up, it's curtains for all of us.
You may now present one and only one piece of evidence. Now then, what is this important evidence that you must show to the court?
I think the judge is a Vsauce fan. That's why he wants to end it early.
Yeah.
Is it
The big Vsauce fan.
Is it the water? Tomato juice?
No, I don't think it's tomato juice.
Yeah, it's wine, isn't it? Oh, it's a wine glass, but it's tomato juice.
Glass. Evidence, what is this? Wait, what are we trying to disprove again?
Basically, that
there was no other person, basically, whatever.
No other person.
Really?
What we do?
Wait, what was it? No, wait. What was it? New evidence to the court that shows a plot hole, basically. I think Shaw actually mentioned it earlier. Both in character and, like, herself. What's the odd thing out, basically?
The wine glass.
Tomato juice, yeah.
Tomato juice.
Alright. Then what the fuck?
Yeah, you're right.
Wow!
You're right.
Oh my god! Good job.
Nice, good job.
Bravo.
This...
It's the only other thing that like.
Yeah.
that makes sense.
It's the only because it was there on the table and it was undamaged. So that's a plot hole.
This is a wine glass, is it not?
Please take a look at the. Please take a look at the photo of the crime scene one more time.
Ow.
The scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against the assailant. The vase is broken, his makeup is all over the floor. These were all things that were at one point sitting on top of the dresser.
Well, yes, I see your point.
However, this glass that is sitting on top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen... What, sorry?
That is pretty sus.
Okay. The only thing that had not fallen over along with everything else is this wine glass. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration.
What the fuck?
Well, what do you all have to say?
Well, yes, it is a little peculiar.
Yes, isn't it? I thought it was.
You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. Mr. Edgeworth,
What is it, Your Honor?
your opinion.
You don't need my opinion,
Man, I don't even have
because
an
there
opinion.
is no special meaning to that glass.
I don't have an opinion.
Do you think that God
It's a-
put that glass there?
It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place.
I don't even have an
By
opinion.
the person who discovered the body, Adrian Andrews for that example. She could have easily been at shock and set the glass down without thinking. But not really, because nobody enjoys tomato juice.
Yeah, no. The tomato juice was exclusively
Exclusively
Corrido's
his-
favorite. No one else really likes it.
That
It's like
does sound
pineapple.
very plausible, Mr. Wright.
Could Miss Andrews really have set that glass down without thinking?
There's no way, it's two negatives.
If I appear
Actually-
weak here, the trial is over.
Never mind.
I can look for my proof later. For now, I should trust my point. Sorry, I should trust my instinct and point with certainty.
Julio.
Julio?
Julio?
They just might fall for it, even though you're provoking enough.
The defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see
Game
some
theory!
a game
Oh, no.
theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set the cup on the table.
You've turned the situation on its head again. Sorry. You've turned the situations on its head yet again, as usual. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any proof to back up your claim?
There's no way he has any. He's just bluffing.
Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it.
What?
Pay attention. You're not thinking hard enough today, right? A bit rusty, are we? Do you think this wine glass escaped my notice?
Then
Of course, it has been thoroughly inspected for fingerprints. Thoroughly.
fingerprints.
Fingerprints. There was only one set of fingerprints left on this wine glass.
Only one? Well, whose were they?
They were not the victims nor the defendants. Rather, they were one Adrien Andrews.
What?
There we go.
Adrian Andrews.
That's why I said the person who had discovered the body had left it there. And we are done here, are we, Mr. Wright?
I can't believe I fell into another trap.
Miss Andrews was probably holding the glass when she went to see Mr. Corrida. Corridor. But upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned and set the glass down on the dresser.
What is the pun in his name? One corridor? I don't know.
Maybe.
What you just said makes a lot of sense.
Tisk. Now you see, right? You can't change any part of my scenario, as it explains everything all too well. I thought long and hard this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor.
Long and hard.
And far from here on out, and from here on out, I will show you the answer I have come to discover.
Wait a second, Mr. Edgeworth. I think the prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict.
Well, you see, I have more. Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. Spoken like a fucking von Karma. The prosecution has yet another witness that we would like to hear from.
Fuck.
Another witness? Yeah, we know who this is.
Yes, Mr. Matpat Bailiff. Please bring the next witness. Bailiff!
What in the world is Mr. Edgeworth thinking?
Bring the next witness.
Oh, she even has the mask. She has the helmet. Why is she wearing the?
Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation.
She's gonna shoot up the courtroom with that ray gun of hers.
She forgot to change.
Yeah.
You forgot it.
God, imagine how old that suit is.
Witness, your name and occupation.
Everybody get down! Ah!
No! All the other kids.
Gotcha!
I wonder what happened to that calm composure we had earlier.
Oh, Edgy boy, it's been what, a year since we met, hasn't it? You should be more than happy to see me.
I saw the report in her testimony, but who knew that under that helmet? It was the Wicked Witch of the witness stand. I love that.
I tell you, it was time I know. I'm supposed to know. So today I'm going to tell you everything and anything I know. Even that I don't have to, even if I don't have anything to do with the crime. Terrible
Miss
crime.
Witness, that terrible crime is all this court needs to know. Move!
Shush! I am talking to my edgy witchy right now.
Yes, madame.
No, please. By all means, interrupt her. Judge, please. Anyway, witness your testimony, please.
At least it wasn't Larry.
Have we seen Larry this game?
No, we haven't.
No,
Not at all.
not at all.
It's true what they say, you're so hot-headed nowadays. Not that I mind at all, Richie. Now then, what should I start with?
The witness was on security detail at the hotel in the night of the murder. Is this correct, Miss Oldbad?
It was a great job being able to see my dearie one. It was almost too much for my little heart to handle.
You mean you were a fan of the victim?
Look, everyone is crazy over that end guard saying he's cute and a fresh way or something. But not me. I wouldn't say something so silly. After all, I have no interest in him in a little child like him. I'm only interested in one man, one real man, Juan Corrida.
But those two were the same age.
What do you
Anyway. As I was saying, I was pacing in front of his room last night.
Very well. Please tell the court what you witnessed the night of the murder.
Oh my god, Vsauce and MacPat are the same age.
Wait. Like, actually? In real life?
That's kind of funny. Yeah, it's funny.
What?
Leave it to me, Edgy Poo.
This analogy just keeps getting better and better.
Anyway, after the ceremony, I went to pace around the hall of this room. There was something I was interested in finding out, you know.
Oh, okay. Wonder what that is.
Well, since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye on everyone the whole time. That's when someone showed up. This man coming out of a poor Juan room. It was Engard, Matt Pattingard. He was trying to sneak his way out of one's room.
I'd say it's the second one.
So Mr. Ungard came out from the victim's room.
Yes, see, it had to be him. He's the murderer.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
The second one seems sus.